Hello, Math 7, Mrs. Harden here, and we are looking at our Practice CSA for percents and prices. So this is for our 7.C.6 CSA. And this is a calculator unit, so you can use your calculator. And to start, we're on number 1, and number 1 we're looking for what is 25% of 60. We can type that straight into our Desmos calculator. 25, hit that percent button, gives us a percent of 60, gives us 15. And on something like this, you won't need to show any work. We'll just put the answer in. What percentage of the block is shaded? Well, let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks total, and 6 are shaded in. So 6 out of 10 blocks are shaded, and we want to know what that would be out of 100, right? Because percent means per 100. Well, ten times 10 gives us 100, so 6 times 10 would give us 60, so 60%. Okay, so the next one, what percentage of the block is shaded? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 15. And 6 are shaded out of the 15. Let's see, we can't do 15 times anything and get 100. So we can do our cross multiplying. So 15 times x gives us 15x. 6 times 100. Is 600. Divide both sides by 15. So 600 divided by 15 gives us 40. All right, number 4, 1 inch. What happened? Okay, 1 inch is equivalent to 2.54 centimeters. Using this rate, which of the proportions below could be used to find how many centimeters is equivalent to 15 inches? So there's a few different ways we could go about doing this one. But the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to set up my own proportion. So our two different things that we're using are inches and centimeters, are two different units. So it's saying 1 inch is equivalent to 2.54 centimeters. And so we want to know how many centimeters. So how many centimeters, that's what part we don't know, so that's where our x goes, is equivalent to 15 inches. So looking at this, and I don't have to solve it, but 1 and x are being multiplied, and 2.54 and 15 are being multiplied. So all we have to do is look through our options here and see which ones match, which ones have 1 and x being multiplied, and 2.54 and 15 being multiplied. Okay, so this one does. 1 and x are being multiplied, 1 and x are being multiplied, and 1 and x are being multiplied. Okay, so we make sure that those all match, and that's all we have to do on that one. So we didn't have to actually solve the cross multiplying. If you wanted to solve all of them, you could, and then just pick the ones that had the same answer. All right, number 5. Jackson loves to shoot free throws. Last year, he made 80 free throws. This year, he has made 140 free throws. What is the percent increase of his free throws? So when we're doing percent increase or decrease, that's percent change. And to find percent change, we have to do our larger number. So in this case, our larger number is 140. Subtract our smaller number of 80 and divide by the original. So that's whichever one it started with. So he started at 80 last year and then at 140 this year. So 80 is our starting point. So 140 140 minus 80 is 60. And then we have 60 over 80 equals 0.75. But remember, it's not 0.75%. We have to either multiply our answer by 100 or move our decimal place 2 places. So if we multiplied by 100, we get 75. All right, number 6. If 60% of the 500 books were checked out of the library, how many books were not checked out of the library? All right, so we know how many were, so 60% of them were. And so we want to know how many of them were not. So 60% of them were, which would leave 40% of them being not checked out. So we want 40% of 500. This gives us 200, so 200 books. All right, number 7. Brogan's total at Mother Bear's is $61.85. She is charged 8% tax. Then she tips 21%. What is the total that Brogan must pay? So first she's charged the tax. So 8% of the $61.85. So let's find that. 8% of $61.85 gives us $4.95. So we have to add those, so $61.85 plus the $4.95, and you can always use your calculator. $66.80. So then now we have to find the tip. So now we're doing 21% of $66.80. Is $14.03. So $66.80 plus $14.03 gives us $80.83. So that's our final answer. So you want to remember, always do the tax first, then tip. All right, so 1 inch is equivalent to 2.54 centimeters. Sorry. So 1 inch in centimeters. So 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. And so we want to know, is 15 inches or 6 centimeters bigger? So what you could do is you could see, well, how many inches is 6 centimeters? Or we could have done, how many centimeters is 15 inches? So let's do that, because then we can just do 15 times 2.54. That gives us 38.1. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot more than 6. So yes, so 15 inches is definitely bigger than 6 centimeters. And justifying your choice. So remember, anytime you're justifying or explaining, you're essentially writing what you did in words. So here you could just say, well, I found that 15 inches is 38.54 centimeters. So 6 centimeters is smaller than 15 inches. So something along those lines. Alright, you are purchasing 2 pairs of jeans. Each pair of jeans costs $50. You can choose between these 2 options. Identify which option is the better buy. Option 1, buy 1 pair of jeans at full price, then the second pair is half off. Or option 2, your total from buying both pairs of jeans is 30% off. Alright, so we have to figure out our total for each one. So option 1, option 2. So option 1, you're buying 1 for full price, and then 1 for half price, which half of 50 is 25. So our total there would be $75. So option 1, our total is $75. Option 2, our total from buying both pairs of jeans is 30% off. Well, if we buy both of them for $50, then our total is going to be $100. Well, 30% of 100 is 30. So 100 minus 30 is 70. So option 2, our total is $70. So option 2 is the better buy. So then on number 11 there, you're just explaining what we did. Well, option 1, we did 50 and added the 25 to it for a total of 75, because 25 is half of 50. Option 2, well, we added the cost of the 2 pairs of jeans, which would be 50 plus 50, which would be 100. Then found that 30% off of 100 would take $30 off, which would then leave us with a total of 70. And 70 is less than 75, so option 2 is definitely the better buy. Alright, this was the Practice 7.C.6 CSA. Have a great day.